Today I'm going to be giving a short little PD tutorial of how to use the McGraw Hill teacher platform. It's a new platform that we use in Canyons District, and it has so many great features that I want to highlight those and make sure that new teachers have a resource and a place to come back to find and discover the different things that are involved with McGraw Hill and the Wonders program. So first of all, I just logged into my Clever, and through that I was then able to get to the Connect Ed platform. You can also access your science curriculum here for 4th and 5th grade, and then there's going to be the teacher edition and the student edition. I'm going to go into student edition first, just because I think that will be a shorter tutorial, and I think you've probably already used that before. Your students will see it. You're going to be using it a lot. So when I click on student edition, if you teach more than one class, it's going to ask you to click which class you're using. I love this because you are able to log in and show your students exactly what they're going to be seeing and exactly what their screen would look like. So a couple things I want to highlight is the read portion. As long as you are keeping your calendar up to date in the teacher version, which I'll show, all your stories from your literature anthology, your reading writing companion, or differentiated passages are going to show up here. You can also customize which level your students are, and depending what you've customized, that will show up there as well. So I really like this. A lot of times the small readers will show up here, the leveled readers, and I like to use that with my skill-based instruction. Another thing that's great with Wonders is they have a lot of games that are going to correspond with what you're teaching in class. So here you're going to see grammar activities where they practice clauses. You're going to see some spelling practice, another spelling word sort, as well as author's claim. I love to assign these again for skill-based instruction. They're definitely more independent and they give the answers. So therefore students are able to adjust their instruction. Writing I haven't used much. Words to know is their vocabulary. You can do activities with them. They can click on the cards. Here's the ML cards. These are different than the cards that you might see in your classroom. And they can go through and they can click just like you're able to click. So it's pretty cool that they have access. They can click the routine to figure out where definitions are, and different questions. I would have students ask or answer some of these questions also in small groups or with each other. And last is the to-do. So here you're going to come up, if you assign any assignments for your kids, they'll show up here, or when you click on my test, they'll show up here, and over here they're going to click begin. So here's just a very quick tutorial of the Wonders platform for children. And after you practice and after students log in a couple of times, it gets pretty easy for them to use and to navigate. You just might need to take a couple minutes beforehand. And then to get out of this, you just come back up to this Connect Ed, and Connect Ed takes you back to this portfolio or this platform. And then now I'm going to click on the teacher edition. This is where we are going to dive into all of the things. Again, if you teach more than one class, you can click on which class you want to access. And for right now, I'm just going to use that class that's right there. So this ties directly into what you are teaching at the time, and you can change it, you can map it out and use the calendar to alter what you see. To begin, we're going to just start with our basic Unit 1 through Unit 6, and we're just going to go to Week 1. And as I go there, I can see what day I'm on. I can go to Week 2 and notice that the days are going to switch from 6, 7, 8. There should also be a 10 here, but I had to get rid of it because of a conflict of our schedule. What's great about that is depending what day you're on, it is going to have this presentation that matches. So when I click on the presentation, it opens in another screen, or your literature anthology or reading writing companion will show up here. So the other screen is going to pop up. It will look like this. The resources are all right here. Graphic organizers you can use on tablets and smartboards. Again, the vocabulary, which looks very similar to what the students had. And you can see the words, the videos, and the routine cards that's on the back of the card. Again, more graphic organizers, different readings, as well as the games that they can access as a student, and the leveled reader that they can access. To get back from the literature anthology, you're just going to go click back on your window on the other tab. Now, as I talked about, you can plan your weeks and your calendar. So if I click on plan, then calendar, the calendar pops up. And here we're at August. And since we didn't begin Wonders until Thursday, I just clicked this drop down. It'll look more like this. And I added non-teaching days because I wanted my slide deck to match up. I wanted to make sure I had those non-teaching days there. So here I am, August, and right now I'm doing this in September. The square is highlighted. Today's Thursday the 12th, and we are starting on week 4 of that text. So you can see it is exactly where we need it to be. Non-teaching days when we don't have school, and that's pretty convenient for me. And then I can click on this and I can say either expand lesson block, reorder. I don't really like to play with these because once you play with them or mess something up, then it's really hard to get back. But now I can look at the weekly planner, and it breaks apart all the different things. You're able to move different subjects, different boxes into different areas. There's writing, and once you click on these, it will take you to that teacher portal. So I just clicked on writing, and it's going to take me to what resources I have to help support me in teaching this. So let's just say I wanted to look at their reader writer companion. I click on the reading writing companion, and you can see that it's popping up with things that I have used last year. I'm able to use the arrows on the side here, right there, to look at different pages. I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller. So I can click next, and now I can fill this in with the students. I can click and I can edit. I can highlight with the students using highlighting. I can draw using the pen, and then I can clear all the different things. And I really like using this with the kids because it's a very good we do thing together. So now that I'm done looking at writing, I'm just going to close out of this tab, click leave, and I'm going to head back to this portal. I'm going to click where we are now, which is Unit 3. Actually, I'm just clicking Home on Wonders. And if I go to today, it's going to take me to the spot where I am with my students. And I can click launch that presentation, and it's going to have where I am. Over here, it's going to tell you what you're doing as well. So it's telling me I'm going to write about my anger text. I can expand vocabulary. And it's telling you to discuss the couple words. So I really like that it really lays out what you should be doing. I also love the differentiated instruction for my small groups. It tells you what center cards to be grabbing, and it tells you the different vocabulary to be going over. And it also breaks it down into I do, we do activities. All right, next, I'm going to just come back to the Wonders home. You're also going to see the games for this week. And now I want to break apart the printables. I love that all these printables are in one area. I can see that there's all of our weekly practice pages. Here are 3 extra reading that you could do in small group or homerooms. The talent show, there is ML scaffolding for you. Differentiated passages, again, you can click on these and it's going to pull up the PDFs. I love these because there is 4 different levels of the same passage, as well as comprehension questions that you could have them fill in. I love to use these in small groups. I think it's a great way for them to practice comprehension and writing complete sentences. Another thing that is great is these spelling word cards. I can print these off. Notice that these are bold. These are great. These are your heading cards. And then these are great because you can have students sort and glue. And I like that it involves a different modality than just writing, but they're cutting, sorting, and practicing different skills. Another thing that I love then is the printables. And if you look, the first thing that comes up, it won't let you scroll or see everything. If you actually click print, which is kind of funny, but once you click print, then it shows you all of the worksheets that are available for the week. It tells you what week you're on at the bottom, and you can print from here for those different worksheets.